I call this meeting for January 2nd, 2020 to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Happy New Year to everybody. Let's hope that 2020 is a very productive and good year for everybody here in Sueur. That said, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. Consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered routine and have been made available to the City Council at least 2 days in advance of the meeting. The items will be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or citizen so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the agenda and considered in normal sequence. On tonight's consent agenda, we have two items. We have to declare the official depositories and to declare the official newspaper. Anybody have any concerns in regards to this particular agenda item? If not, I'll entertain a motion to go ahead and approve tonight's consent agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. We do not have anybody here tonight for public comment, so I'm not going to go through and read the rules tonight in the essence of time. So that said, go ahead and entertain a motion to go ahead and close the public comment.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. We now move on to our regular agenda. First item on the docket is 6 Alpha, the 2020 Board, Commission, and Council appointments. City Administrator approval.
Mayor Hague, members of the City Council, before you are kind of two items rolled into one. One is the annual appointments of City Council members to various boards, commissions, committees, things of that nature. And then the second part is to appoint, evaluate applications and possibly appoint individuals to the 4 boards and commissions that have vacancies. So I'll just start off. This is a summary sheet that you can see that was included in the packet about who is proposed to go where. There are some changes from 2019 to 2020. I can go through this really quickly. As far as in 2020, the council president, Newell Krogman, Airport Commission representative, Newell Krogman, EDA representatives, there's 2 of them, Marvin Sullivan and Johnny Families. The Fire Commission, Marvin Sullivan. Planning Commission, Newell Krogman. CPAT, the Comprehensive Plan Action Team, we're going to talk about that group at the retreat. That would be Mayor Hague and myself. MRVT, Minnesota River Valley Transit, would be Mark Huntington, Marvin Sullivan, and then the alternate would be Sean Kirby. Personnel and budget goes unchanged from 2019. Greg Hague, Johnny Families, Newell Krogman. RPAC, we made some changes to that mid-year, and those are being proposed to stay the same. Marvin Sullivan is the main member, and then the ex officio is Johnny Families. CGMC, Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities, is Newell Krogman with Sean Kirby as the alternate. Excuse me. The Community Education Advisory Council, Sean Kirby. Highway 169 Committee, that is Mark Huntington with the alternate being Sean Kirby. The Housing and Redevelopment Authority is Mark Huntington. And just a note about that, because of the project that we have probably next year, likely we'll have some city staff go to that as well to kind of keep abreast of what's going on. So there isn't a designated staff liaison, but we may have the community development director attend some of those meetings. MMPA, Newell Krogman and Jasper Krugel, myself as the alternate. And then Region 9 Development Commission, Sean Kirby and Greg Hague, Mayor Hague as the alternate. And then the Ridgeview Sueur Medical Board as Sean Kirby. So that's the rundown. You'll notice that Merpuck is no longer on here, so that is one that has gone away. And there's been some changes. Right now we have 6 council members, so we're divvying this up between 6 council members instead of 7. I assume that if there is an appointed individual, that individual would be delegated to some of these positions. So With that, I'll entertain any questions about the appointments. And we can approve this just through a single motion, based on what's included in the packet.
Yeah, before we have any questions, I just want to make sure for the record that we all understand that right now, Councilmember Kirby has 6 various assignments, though some of them might be alternates. The idea here is when we have the retreat, hopefully we'll have our 7th council member, and there'll be a redistribution of some of these duties. But these are all the duties, all the collateral duties that we as a city council have to take care of each year. And like our city administrator stated in regards to MRF, that's no longer on our plate. But as you can see, we have 27 items that we're responsible for, not only here for the city of Sueur, but within our region and throughout the state of Minnesota as well. So, any questions for our city administrator? If not, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to approve the 2020 city council appointments.
So moved. So moved.
Is there a second?
No second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried.
If I may, for the second part of this agenda item is board and commission appointments. Going through this, included in your packet are applications from each of these individuals. What we're looking for is to evaluate those individuals for each of the boards and commissions. There are 2 vacancies on the airport commission, 2 vacancies on the EDA, 4 vacancies on the planning commission, and 1 vacancy on the park, or RPAC. There's 1 vacancy. So what I would recommend is just go through each one of these individually, and you can either choose to appoint each term via motion or just together. There are 2. The airport commission has 3 applications for 2 seats, and the planning commission has 5 for 4. Otherwise, the EDA 2 for 2, and RPAC is 1 for 1. So with that, I would recommend starting off at the airport commission. We can go through motion, second, discussion about the individuals.
As our city administrator stated, we have 3 applicants. I take it everyone's had an opportunity to go ahead and review over the last 3 days who our applicants are. Is there anybody that'd like to go ahead and make a motion regarding any of the applicants?
I would, Mr. Mayor. For the planning commission, Scott has served, Scott Sueur. I would nominate him, move that we appoint him.
Okay.
And the term, let's be clear too, if I may.
Sure.
The term ends 2022, the 31st of December.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion in regards to Mr. Sueur? Hearing none, all in favor?
Is he
Go ahead.
is he running for planning? Did he apply
Yeah.
for planning?
No, he stepped down from planning commission.
Isn't the
This is the airport commission we're talking about.
To be clear, I believe in the motions for appointing Scott Sueur to the airport commission.
okay?
But he has not put his name in to continue on the planning commission.
Right.
That's correct. Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. Somebody like to go ahead and make a motion for either Mr. Doherty or Ms. Huntington?
I'd like to make a motion for Mr. Doherty.
Okay.
That's second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. We now move on to our planning commission. And we have, as our city administrator stated, we have 4 openings. Their term expires 12/31 of 2022. Our applicants are Mr. Ryerson, Mr. Debo, Ms. Jones, Ms. Sheehy, and Ms. Huntington. City administrator.
If I may, I'll indicate Dan Ryerson and Melissa Huntington are current members on the planning commission that are looking to be reappointed. The other 3, Mr. Dyball, Ms. Jones, and Ms. Sheehy, are all new applicants.
I'd like to make a motion to continue both Mr. Ryerson and Ms. Huntington on the planning commission.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Recommendation, so.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thomas.
That motion is carried. Now we have Mr. D-Ball, Ms. Jones, or Ms. Sheehy. Anybody willing to make a motion for any of these three individuals?
I make a motion for Julie Sheehan.
Okay, we have a motion for Ms. Sheehy. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried.
I'd make a motion for John D-Ball.
We have a motion from Mr. D-Ball. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
Can we have just a moment, please?
Please.
Mayor? I want to review his application.
It's like,
There it is, I got it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, I'm ready.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. Ms. Jones currently serves on our RPAC, and I believe that, and also on the Charter Commission, so we don't want to have any of our citizens have too much on their plate, because as you all know, there's a lot of time involved with some of these different jobs. We now move on to our EDA. So, EDA Board Member, City Administrator Kruger.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Daniel Mahoney is an existing member looking to renew his membership, and Irene Mankey would be a new member. There are 2 seats available and 2 applications.
I'd make a motion to accept both.
Okay, we have a motion to accept both Mr. Mahoney and Ms. Mankey. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have, okay, we don't have to do anything for the MRVT. We don't have anything to do for the HRA. We're good to go as far as MMPA. We're good to go for CGMC. Highway 169 Coalition's okay. The Region 9's okay. Community Ed's okay. Let's see here. The Ridgeview's okay. Comprehensive Plan Action Team's okay. Next one on the docket would be the Recreational Parks Advisory Committee. We have one term that expires 12/31 of 2022, and we have one person, which is Judith Jones. I make a motion to go ahead and continue.
no,
this.
no. Robin Wilkie. Julie, that page just.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, you're 100% right. I'm sorry. I make a motion for Robin Wilkie to remain on the RPAC.
Second.
Any discussion?
When does her term end, to be clear?
12/31/2022.
22?
Mhm.
Okay, I have a small amount of concern. I'm still in favor of her appointment. We have 2 members of the same family. And it strikes me, I wish we had more diversity, but I appreciate her stepping forward. And Chris.
Okay. Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion is carried. We don't have anything to do in regards to the Charter Commission, and the Personnel and Budget Committee stays as is. So, that being said, that takes care of everything associated with our 2020 boards, commissions, and council appointments. For everybody that is both here in chambers and also those that are watching us on live stream and Facebook, please go ahead and congratulate those that are taking their time to go ahead and serve the city of Sueur. And just a reminder to those that are now appointees for the various boards, commissions, and committees, please do everything within your power to make it to the meetings. If for whatever reason you can't, please make sure you let somebody know so that we can get the information to you. Okay. We now move on to our comments, reports, and items of appreciation, and we'll start with Councilmember Huntington tonight.
I've got nothing, Mayor.
Okay. Councilmember Kirby.
I have nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Councilmember Cronin,
Nothing, sir.
Councilmember Families,
Just a happy new year for everybody. That's it.
and Councilmember Sullivan.
Just second what Councilmember Fadley said.
Okay. That being said, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Happy New Year.